The Nick DiPaolo Show.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Nick DiPaolo Radio Show. I almost said podcast. That's how you know I've made the climb. Been in my basement for the last 3 years. Like a little kid doing a ham radio show with a wife yelling downstairs, "You can't say that! You're going to get us kicked out of here." I'm like, it's our house, for Christ's sake. Relax. How are you, folks? The Nick DiPaolo Radio Show, the big premiere. Say hello to my producer, Andy Fiore. Andy Flowers.
Oh, look who learned my name.
Yes, I've been calling... The day I met Andy, I put him in... I did a week in October, right before the election. I did a week of shows. Andy was the producer. I put his name in as Danny into my contacts, and I've been looking at it. And I called him Danny about 11 times before he had the nerve to go, "What the fuck is your problem, dude?" And I said, "I'm in my late 60s, all right?" So, and let me clear this up for you people who are big, I know, Bonfire fans and Larry the Cable Guy. I did not steal Andy Fiore. I did a week. I didn't remember his name. Like I said, I put Danny in my computer, and they said, "Who do you want as a producer?" I go, "How about the hairy, fucking greasy Italian kid that I work with, the hippie? I want him." And they said, "Danny Flowers." I go, "That's the guy."
Perfect.
And that's why he's here. So you guys that were pissed off on Twitter already, please get lives, will you? Jesus H. The fucking ISIS is about to hit us in 5 minutes. You're upset that I stole a radio producer. And we have another producer over here. What are we doing? The Rockettes, for Christ's sake? We got Brendan.
We got Brendan in the back.
Which makes me feel good. Brendan's like a millennial guy. I was throwing a few racial bombs around before the show, and he almost broke into tears. I said, "Do you know who you're working with?"
No, I cleared it with him. I said, "You know who Nick is, right?"
Did he know?
He's a big fan.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big fan.
Big fan. I can tell. I said tit, and he almost passed out. But then I took a zing at him. He got all quiet. I'm like, I'm just fucking around. I do. Come on. I make shitty first impressions, you know, but that's how it goes. I always thought I'd get by on my looks and my money. That's why I'm in radio. Look at, I have TV monitors surrounding me. There's Trump somebody just threw a peach at his head. So this show, I don't know what it's going to be, folks. I really don't. Maybe you can tell me. People think it's going to be all, political and shit, and which it's not. But you know how I stand politically, and should be a breath of fresh air. But, it's a weird time we're living in. But maybe you guys let me know. It'll be more cultural than political. Well, what do you mean by cultural? Well, a story like when they're tearing down statues of Confederate soldiers and shit, and that type of stuff. You all right over there, Andy?
Yes, I'm fine.
He's playing with the equipment already.
It's a new studio, so I'm trying to, get my bearings straight.
I know. I'm sitting in Ron Bennington's chair.
We're on the air, so I'm happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the first step.
That's right. Andy, it was the Bonfire premiere where they had dead air for 22 minutes, and I said, "That's the guy for me." Why are you still working here?
That was Lou.
Oh, you're blaming Lou Witzke?
I
will not blame Lou for anything, by the way. The guy, I call him up. I hear myself on satellite radio in my car at night. They're playing like a clip from Just for Laughs, and I'm bombing miserably. I call Lou Witzke. I go, burn that shit. Get that file. I have ransomware. Can we? And you know what? I haven't heard it since, and he's been my man since. If I hear a bit bombing on satellite radio, I call Lou Witzke, and he's like, he fixes it.
Yeah.
The guy in Pulp Fiction.
He's the wolf.
Keitel, the wolf. But you guys, let me know what you want to hear here. 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969 is the number. We got, on the second hour of the show, top of the hour, we have Mark Norman coming in, who I think is funny as hell.
Great.
He does politically incorrect stuff. He does it with a little more subtlety than I do. He doesn't drop in the C word and the J and a K. He just he points out the differences and why he hates feminism. But he does it much nicer. It sounds much nicer in Italian, So he's coming at the top of the hour, second hour. And what the hell else did I want to talk about? Oh Jesus! This weekend you're a stand-up, Andy, right? Andy?
Yes.
I'm talking to you, for Christ's sake. Focus, will you?
I'm getting messages from the booth.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do they have my Mickey Dolenz thing lined up? I was in, not to brag, I was at Windsor Locks, Connecticut this weekend, and doing comedy. And a friend of yours, Lori Palmentary, was the feature act.
Yes, sweetheart of a kid.
Yeah,
very funny.
Yeah, And there was, I noticed the weather was going to be horrendous, monsoon. And she said, "You want me to drive?" And I went, "Yeah," because I'm a pussy. And she's coming up past, she had to go that way anyway. She's coming from, Astoria, wherever she lives.
Yep.
So she picks me up. We go do the gig, and it's fine and everything. I get hit with a full Heineken in the chest 8 minutes into the show. No, I'm kidding. And are you going to be gesturing all fucking day? It's a new studio, I know. It's a little distracting.
You'll know when I'm gesturing.
And anyways, here's the funny bit. She drops me off after the gig. It's 2 hours from my house in northern Westchester.
Yep.
Drops me off at 1 a.m. I get out of the car. She drives away, and I go to my back door up the stairs. It's raining now. It's about 42 with a wind, and I can't get into the back door. My wife's asleep. Bedroom's second, third floor. I don't know how many. We have like 11 floors.
Must be nice.
No, it's one of those mini houses. What do they call those? Midget?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. But anyways,
midget.
She locked me out, and she took a sleeping pill. Okay, now it's 1:20. It's raining on me. I'm calling the home phone. Keep getting a message machine. Now I walk around the house. It's airtight. There's no way to break in. I tried window. I couldn't reach any of the windows. The house was built in 1937. Any other house you could kick a window in. Cut to me. Now it's 1:40. Oof. I'm in my garage, standing in my garage, trying to stay dry. I run back out in the rain again. Make one more pass around. Call the house again. No answer. Now I'm in my car in my garage, trying to figure out how to put the seats down. Like I'm trying to get laid in high school. Trying to put the seats down in my Infiniti, and by myself. I'm in my mid-50s. Okay. A little embarrassing. So now I'm laying there trying to fall asleep. Then it dawns on me: could I die from the fumes in here? The car's not on. But,
fingers crossed.
Huh?
One day it might come to that.
Well, I was hoping.
Yeah.
After the gig. But anyways, so I'm laying there. Now I'm really getting furious at the wife. Oh, then I started throwing rocks at the window. She's on the third floor, like a half-ass Romeo. I'm throwing gravel. The most romantic thing I've done with her. And
she's out.
Since I've known her 23 years, I'm throwing rocks at the fucking window. and then I get back in the car. I go, I guess I'm sleeping here. Make one last call. She was up. She had to take a pee. She heard the phone, answered it. She comes to the door, and I said, fuck it, I'm staying out in the garage. Anyways, and that was that.
All night?
No. I went in the house, but I was very furious. I got her in a headlock. The cops came. It got ugly, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you. And the other thing about that gig, I took a picture with this kid in a wheelchair. He comes to see me no matter where I am in Connecticut. He's got like MS or something, and he laughs at the funniest, meanest shit. And he's got, he's in a wheelchair. He's got a real disability. And I always see him, and I always take a picture with him after. So I kneel down after the show, take a picture with him. His dad's pushing him. After I take the picture, the old man goes, good, now can I burn that? And he pushes him away angrily.
Joking?
I don't know. I still don't fucking know. Now, again, all I'm going to say is I'm guessing the guy didn't like my I did a lot of political shit, and I was shitting all over Hillary and Bernie and all the rest of the fucking idiots. And I'm guessing that's what ticked him off. Why else would he do that? I bent down, took a picture. And he goes, that's good. Now can I burn? He didn't say it with a smile on his face, and he pushed him away at 100 miles an hour.
I love him.
You love the guy
I like this
for
guy.
saying that? Why?
With a straight face?
Maybe again.
You're an intimidating guy. I like this guy.
He seemed real intimidating. He goes, thanks for the picture. Now can I burn it? He must have been scared shit of me.
He's been pushing around his kid with MS, following you all around the country.
Oh, that's not an excuse, for Christ's sake. But I just found that very odd. My feelings are a little hurt. But like you said, I was trying to do the right thing, and that's why I don't.
You did do the right thing.
Let me just say thank you to Rob Sprance, by the way, of Riotcast. He's the one who taught me how to do the podcasting. Not that I hadn't had a radio show before my podcast. I had. But he's the one that came up to my house and showed me how to podcast, and I hated it for the first month or so. And then I said, hey, this is kind of fun. And then I really got into it. And then I liked it better than doing stand-up because I'm in my basement by myself, and people took to it. And it got big enough where people here at Sirius XM, Jack Vaughn especially, took note. And I think so Rob Sprance is, I would say, indirectly responsible for me, ending my career here at Sirius. Anyways.
We're going to be here for many, many years.
Absolutely. I can tell by the look on Brendan's face that this place might be in trouble financially already. So, wow, the phone, should we take one already?
They're lit up. You got
Let's go to Mike, Philly, line 2. Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Hey, how are you, brother?
Nick, you are my favorite comic. I'm so glad that you have a show every night. I cannot wait to listen to you. I almost want to stay at fucking work longer so I can catch more of your show.
Now, you work at a whorehouse, right, in Philly?
Of course, yeah. I'm the janitor.
You're the janitor? Well,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a couple of questions for you. I always wanted to answer this. I'm a fan of yours going back, the Nick and Artie show. And I know Artie was on your podcast way back when you first started. Any shot of him coming on this show, you think?
If he, yeah. I that actually crossed my mind, and then I went, nah, fuck it. No, absolutely. I think I would say I would never rule Artie out for anything, unless he's in jail. I'm not going to bail him out to get him here, but I would love, we'll get to all that, we'll get to fucking Artie and the heavy hitters, Jim Florentine, myself, Stuttering John's in L.A. I heard he's a real fucking left-wing lib on Facebook. He's really irritating people.
He's a fucking lunatic, and he's a moron to boot.
I like him.
Politically, I'm with you.
I like John. I still like him, though.
Yeah, no, he's funny, but politically, he's a fucking idiot. But I was wondering,
okay.
No one, I'm younger, and I fucking love The Sopranos. No one talks about The Sopranos. I think the first hour of your show should be all Sopranos talk, favorite season, favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Fuck, you were in Christopher episode 3 of season 4, and I'm a fucking stalker, and I know that because I actually just watched it last night.
Yeah, well, we'll get into The Sopranos, and we'll dip into the Partridge Family, too, and my mother, the car. We'll go backwards in time. And but I appreciate it, Mike. I appreciate the call. The phones are lighting up. It's like it's a benefit for sick kids, and I appreciate the support. Say hi to Philly. Say hi to Bill Cosby, that alleged rapist. All right. Take it easy. Oh, God help us.
First call.
Philly. Yeah. I was Philly. When I had my radio show here in New York on terrestrial, on Free FM, I could have ran for mayor of Staten Island a week. Every call was Joey from Staten Island. Yeah, me and my cousin are burying a body. We thought we'd give you a call. I got headphones on. But, so a lot of Philly, a lot of working class people,
That's what we like.
It's the deplorables, folks. That's who I am, and not really. I went to school, but I cheated. 866-969-1969 is the phone number, and went to doctors today, Andy.
Yes, I hope you're all right, bud.
Yeah, well, I'm in my mid-50s, and I do the, when Artie and I had that radio show, I was into P90X, and I did it religiously.
Yeah.
Almost like a year. You're not supposed to do that when you're in your 50s.
Yeah, I don't think you did it right.
No, I found out because, I had blood in my stool and my kidneys are falling out and I'm still down there jumping around in the basement. And then I went to the 30-minute insanity with Sean T. And, you get focused, you got to stay within yourself. And anyways, I did all that, get in great shape, and that was a few years ago. I still put it in every once in a while. I had hernia operation in October.
Mm-hmm. I remember that's right when we first met.
Yes.
When we did the first pop-up shows.
Yeah, you grabbed my nuts and said, cough. And I went, all right. So I had a hernia operation, laparoscopic. They go in a little robot and fix it. And I waited about 4 or 5 weeks before I started working out again. Now I jumped back into P90X. Last week I do the plyometrics. I wake up the next morning, I literally couldn't I had a pain going from my right nut to my right hip.
Jesus.
Now, this is for like a week. I'm just sitting at my desk reading the paper, and my balls are ringing like a church bell. They just, you know what I mean? You guys don't. You're in your late teens. You're looking at me like I'm an asshole. It's just a searing. I thought I had maybe an infection in my pelvis. I stayed at Norton's house one night. I picked something up.
Oh, boy.
So it was killing me, and I didn't, and it wasn't getting better. So I went to see my doctor who did the operation. Long story short, I got about 11 weeks. And, you know what he says to me? I go, it's fucking killing me,
Go ahead. Cry like a bitch.
What the fuck kind of talk is that for a doctor? But, so I strained something down there. I thought I undid he pushed my guts back.
Yeah.
A hernia is a hole, and your guts spill through the hole.
Right.
So he dropped the pants, did the...
Oof.
Do you know why you turn your head when you cough, by the way? Does anybody know that out there? Probably the gay guy in line 3. No. Anybody know why?
Why?
I always thought it was, it had something to do with your biological. And so you don't cough in the doctor's face.
I was going to guess that.
Why didn't you, silly?
I want to sound dumb. It's such a dumb thing.
Don't let that stop you. That's
Too
why.
much eye contact if you didn't turn your head to the side. You know.
That's it. See that?
Oh,
There you go, Brendan. Kid's writing already. This kid's gonna have a new 20 minutes. And so apparently I strained it, but that's like the third time he's touched me down there in the last 6 months. I was almost hoping he'd find something, because now I'm going, this guy must be thinking, why is this guy in here again? You know what I mean? After the third time a doctor looks at your dick, you're almost hoping he finds something. Otherwise, it's like a horrible date.
Yeah.
You know? Am I just homophobic? I hope so. It's been said. Anyways, let's go to Bill in Denver on line 3. Billy boy, welcome to the Nick DiPaolo radio show.
Hey, Nick, how you doing today?
Very good. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good. Nick, I like your comedy. I'm glad to see your shows on there. And just from a left-leaning guy who actually enjoys hearing other opinions, I just want to give you some advice and try to avoid filling your phone lines up full of ditto-head-esque people that constantly agree with you and just sit there and shit on everybody.
Right.
And try not to be a verbal bully, meaning that you have control over the mic and the mute button and you can hang up on whoever you want. So don't go down the road that if you're hearing an opinion you don't like, that you hang up or you just get all fucking big-mouthed about it instead of talking about the opinion.
Hey.
If you can hold on to that, I'll listen to all your fucking crappy, hypocritical right-wing opinions.
There you go, Billy. Why don't you fucking take another hit off the joint? I hope that 18-wheeler tips over on you. I knew you were an asshole the minute I picked up the line. I'm only kidding. I'll do just what you said, Bill.
I so wanted to hang up with him right in the middle of that.
Bye, dickhead.
Anyways, I knew that was coming. That's Denver. Denver's very left-wing and hypocritical, he says. Oh, help us.
Some good points, though.
Huh? Oh, are you... you agree with Bill?
No, I'm
saying...
yeah.
No, I agree. You don't just... but we're not doing that heavy political shit. You know what I mean? Not yet, anyways. Not until the president's impeached, and then I'll go fucking hog oil. You know what I'm saying? I can tell by Brendan how he voted. He's definitely big Hillary fan. He was upset that... not Hillary, I should say Sanders. Huh? You thought he was going to give you... Come on. Free hand jobs, ice cream, red wagons.
Yeah, that's where that was going to earn my vote right there. None of it came around.
Sure. So, look, folks, let me tell you, everybody's like, oh, boy, it's going to be real political, and you must love Trump and stuff. I voted for Ted Cruz in the primaries. You know why? It doesn't matter. I live in New York State. The vote doesn't matter anyways. But I'm just saying, I wanted somebody. There was nobody out there far enough right for me to balance out the last 8 years of horseshit. Anyhow, let's go to Zach in Pittsburgh. Zach.
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call.
Oh, you got it, Zach.
Hey, I love that previous caller. Hey, my day job is a land surveyor, but I'm going to call up and tell a 30-year veteran of the entertainment industry how the fuck to run his radio show.
Oh, that's what they do. They know everything. People who, lean left, they know everything. They tell you, Michelle's telling you what to fucking eat. You know, they know it all. So that's all right. Some of the advice was good, like Andy said.
No, he seems like a good guy and everything, but I checked you out down there at Magoobies. I was actually the guy that tweeted you the photo with the line.
You tweeted me did you really? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I was all excited. He sent me a picture of there was a line around the outside of Magoobies. Yeah, then I found out they papered the room. But no. Actually, I made some good money that weekend. I appreciate that. That was nice of you. That was proof that I was hot one night in Baltimore.
But that Andrew, right? He does run a great club. I've done a couple of amateur nights there. I moonlight at night as a stand-up. Mm-hmm. And his Thursday night amateur nights, they get an average at least 140 people there to come see nobodies like me, so that's great.
Yeah.
But you can tell he runs a great club because in line, there was a group in front of us that was either Hispanic or Mexican, and the group behind us was black. And they started talking. They didn't know who you were. They were just coming to the comedy club to go to a comedy club on a Saturday night.
Right.
I looked at my friend that came down with me. We kind of chuckled, thinking, this ought to be good. But, everybody loved it, man. And it was my friend's first time seeing you live. He loved it. He definitely killed. A lot of high energy on stage there for being like 54. So impressive, man. Very impressive.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate the call. And thanks for the tweet, too, and the picture. And, Yeah, well, that's my other complaint. Matter of fact, I see Todd Rundgren. You guys remember him? I know you're in your late teens and probably don't, but he had a big hit in the 70s when I was a kid. Hello, it's me. We'd have pulled up the clip, but my voice is better than his. That was his big hit. Hello, it's me. Anyways, big headlines. He's saying if you're a Trump supporter, don't come to my show. And my initial reaction. First of all, if I'm a supporter of good music, I'm not coming to your show. But my initial reaction is, what a fucking asshole. But then I was thinking, wait a minute, I kind of agree with that. Like the caller just said, a lot of people show up not knowing. Is that it? Yeah, get to the refrain. Yeah, turn it up.
Hello, it's me.
But he's, yeah. Yeah. He should change it. He should change it to "Hello, it's me, Todd Rundgren," because nobody knows who he is now. But yeah, he's saying don't come to my show if you're a Trump fan because I don't get your values. And first of all, another musician who was big in the 70s, so he was all about the music and the art and the drugs. And, you know, now it's about the fucking money. So he's no different. But I was thinking that, too. With comedy, people wander into a comedy club, a lot of people. I'll see, you know, a few people walk out 12 minutes into my set lately since Trump got elected. If I, you know, do some anti-Hillary or Bernie shit, they fucking walk out. And on the way out, I'm like, do your research before you come to a comedy club. Find out who the fucking headliner is. You don't do that with music. You don't wander into a venue hoping to see somebody give me a band quick. Metallica and Men Without Hats comes out and you fucking go, well, this is a ripoff. Do your research. You know what I mean?
He played last night.
Who did?
Metallica.
Men Without Hats?
Yeah, Men Without Hats. Metallica played at Giants. I still call it Giants Stadium. Not MetLife to me.
But that's what he's saying. He says, if I had the power, Todd Rundgren saying, if I had the power, I'd say, if you're a Trump supporter, don't come to my show because you won't have a good time. Why? What are you doing all... Hillary songs?
And there's nothing
it's
worse
music.
Than when a guy who you're there to see the songs for banters.
I like that. I like when Sinatra used to tell like 11 minutes of jokes and we do that fart thing under his arm. You didn't like when Sinatra did that? But he says don't come to my show. You're not going to have a good time. And also, I don't understand your freaking values. Well, I don't understand yours. Well, what don't you understand about people who voted for fucking Trump? Oh, they like the country? And the Constitution, oh, that's right, they're racist and they can't possibly relate to you. He says, so if you don't understand that basic thing, you're just fooling yourself. I think they were fooling themselves by getting tickets to your show in the first place. But he has a new album or something. It's one song on the album, Tinfoil Hat, is a direct jab at Trump. Written, performed with Steely Dan co-founder Donald Fagen. Again, a couple hippies from the 60s and 70s who haven't adjusted. What's that, brother?
A couple of has-beens, really.
And I love Steely Dan, and, you know, he says the lyrics reference Trump's now famous descent down an escalator at Trump Tower to announce his presidential run, and that Trump tweets like a teenage girl and puts the Pluto in plutocrat. Ooh! There's those lyrics he's known for. Yeah. As opposed, well, I'm not going to get to it. I'm just saying, first, my initial reaction was, what are you talking about? But now I don't understand it musically, but comedy-wise, I understand if somebody came in, the first 5 minutes was turned off by me, because it's, you know, there's no melody, there's no backup singers. It's just,
right.
You know what I mean? It's a different thing. Let's go to, we got time?
Yes, we do.
Let's go to Kyle in Chicago. Kyle, welcome to the Nick DiPaolo radio show.
Nick, huge fan. Like that hippie trucker in Denver. I'm a weed smoking liberal, but I love your fucking comedy.
Thank you. That's how it should be.
Well, back in the day, I remember on O&A, you said this like in passing, but I've been dying to hear the end of the story. You said you were neighbors with Mitch Hedberg.
Yes.
You even wrote like a joke referring to you.
Yes.
I would love to hear, like, did you ever do comedy with him? Did you ever have, like, you know, conversation that, you know, you remember anything interesting about that guy? Because, like, he's kind of become like a folk hero in
I know.
world.
No, he was a hell of a comic, and I'll tell it real quickly. I moved into this little shitty building in West Hollywood, and the day I moved in, the superintendent goes, or whoever, the building manager said, "You're a comedian. There's a comedian in the apartment next to you." I go, "What's his name?" And nobody really knew him. I don't think Mitch at this point. He was just about to. He goes, "Hedberg, Mitch Hedberg." I go, "I don't know. This sounds kind of familiar." And so, cut to a few months later. Every night, not every night, but a couple nights, somebody would come over and start playing music, like folk guitar and singing and shit. And I put up with it for a few days, but the walls are paper thin. My TV's like right against his wall, and I'm trying to watch important shit like SportsCenter. See how the fucking Bruins did, and so I banged on the wall one night, just telling to whatever turn down the amps or whatever, and so I don't know. A year or two later, he comes to New York to do a Letterman, and Zoe Friedman was booking Letterman and said, "Hey, he's got a joke about you. He's going to do on Letterman." She shows me his set list, and the second one says DePaulo on it, and it was the joke about his neighbor banging on the wall, and he says something. There's no knob on this side. Go around, whatever. I didn't think it was one of his best. I got to be honest with you. But yeah, but I did meet him after, and I actually left him a case of like Heineken because I felt bad. And
nice vial of heroin.
Oh, easy, fella. I mean, but yeah, it was a sad thing. The guy he's just funny, and I loved his comedy, and all the good ones go. There's a ton of hacks in the late '90s still banging it out. Anyways, thanks for the call, Kyle. Appreciate it.
I love the show. Take care.
Thank you. And by the way, all people are welcome here. I love weed smoking libs. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you can't laugh. Doesn't mean you can't laugh at me, and I can't fucking laugh at you. So, are you right? I had an ugly argument today with my. I found an old tape of me and my old agent arguing.
Yeah.
Barry Katz. I had moved out to L.A. He didn't want me to come out to L.A. Big fucking. We had a big argument, and he recorded it on his phone or something. I found the audio here.
Nikki, when you asked me if you could come out here, what did I tell you? I mean, you asked me, and I knew you were going to come out no matter what I said, but what did I tell you? Do you remember what I told you?
Back
Do you
up,
remember
back
what
up
I
a
told you?
fucking minute here. 1 minute. I asked you, when the fuck did I ever ask you if I could come out here? Get this through your head, Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you. You only exist out here because of me.
That was a long time ago. I've changed.
Barry sounds different now, of course.
I like Barry. I still do. He was my first manager.
My ex's manager.
Huh?
My ex's manager.
Who was your ex? Say it.
You know.
I don't.
You know Allie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's still together.
Managing her now?
Yeah.
Okay. She's done. Anyways, no. Yeah. So, the other thing I wanted to get to right before, we probably only have like a minute left. Maybe I'll save it. Now we have two again? You gave me the two sign 3 minutes ago.
Minute 45.
What? Minute 45?
Minute 30.
I don't want to get into this yet.
I'm sticking, Nikki.
I don't want to get into it yet, but we'll take one more call. We'll go to break. I'll come back. Let's go to Rick in Paramus, New Jersey. I have a summer home there right next to the mall. Rick, you're on with Nick DiPaolo. What was that? Metro North he's driving? The hell was that?
Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Terrific. Get auditioning over line 1. We good time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Chinese Ray. Chinese Ray. Go ahead, Chinese Ray.
Hey, how's it going, fucker?
Hey, what up, Calgary?
Hey, why are you such a fucking cunt?
I don't know. The same reason your sister is.
Oh. Go back.
Hey. That's Calgary. That's Canada.
Takes all kinds. We're taking them all.
Bye-bye, dickhead.
I want to get into the pink. I know the NFL does it, and we were watching baseball before we came on the air. And, again, just, I can't get it. The guys can't have anything for themselves. I know it's Mother's Day and shit, and breast cancer is like Ebola, apparently, but can we give it a rest? Anyways, I'll come back. I want to talk about that and a lot of other stuff. And like I said, the second hour, the very funny Mark Norman coming in. He's got a great special on Comedy Central called Don't Be Yourself. The number, 866-969-1969. Back after this.
Welcome back to the Nick DiPaolo Show, only on Faction Talk 103.
I want to thank Judy Gold for doing that voiceover, and Rob Gronkowski. Which one was it? I asked her to do something, some benefit or something, and she never got back to me. Didn't even answer me. That's what you get from the Upper West Side Manhattan, okay? She's a friend of mine. But then again, she asked me to do a benefit for her kid's school about 11 years in a row. At least I answered her back and said, no way, I don't like you. But anyways, Nick DiPaolo Show, the premiere. Thanks for tuning in. 866-969-1969. I was 7. Don't do the math, please. Yeah, we were watching the Mets were on. I don't know if it was a replay of a game, whatever it was from yesterday, right? Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, everybody's got the pink garb on, and I don't mean to be petty and shit. But, the NFL's already doing it. And I read a whole article in the New York Times how that's a crock of shit. They say, we sell the pink gloves and the socks online. And that's how we make money and, put it towards breast cancer awareness. And it turns out the NFL just cuts them a check anyways. And it's just annoying. And I know you're going, well, are you really? Are you that insecure about your manhood that a pink? Yeah, I just want something to myself. I don't want to see my favorite team dressed like a float at the fucking gay pride parade for the month of October, and now it's in baseball. It's just another way of, the feminist movement going, look, we're into your shit. We have to be involved. I don't like pink bats. They make me uncomfortable. Sounds homophobic. Just saying. And anybody else feel that way? Here's my bigger beef. That was the micro analysis. The macro is... same thing with the Red Sox game. This is on my album, by the way, that you can get on CISO.com, my inflammatory special I put out last fall, and it's on iTunes now. Came out a couple weeks ago. And I know people have talked about the ribbons and stuff, but I can't watch a Red Sox game on the New England Sports Network without them talking about cancer every friggin' game. I understand. We're making people aware. We're aware of it. What I'm saying is sports used to be a place where you'd go to get it's supposed to be a release. Somebody called sports the toy department of life, some great sports writer. And that's what it's supposed to be, a release. Can we keep the pink ribbons and the Facebook and all the charity shit on Facebook where it belongs? Can I go to I'm watching the Sox. Some guy hits a 3-run double and I'm not even enjoying it because they're talking to some kid with osteosarcoma or some shit. Can't we need a release. I'm just saying, it's all bleeding together now. And the whole pink socks and all that shit is part of it. And I know I'm not the only guy bugged by this. It's just really, it's hard when, who said that? The quote?
Jimmy Cannon, New York City sports writer.
Jimmy Cannon. I had no clue. I thought it was Len Berman. No, Jimmy Cannon, actually great. But do you get my point? Anybody feel this way? Guys, maybe you don't. Maybe it's just specific to New England Sports Network. But they have something called the Jimmy Fund in Boston. So they it's constant. I know it's a good cause and all that shit, but just the political correctness, they talk to survivors for like 2 innings. And I don't know. I know this isn't the most popular theory, but I'm just saying I need a place to go to get away from that stuff. Tom Brady comes out to the line of scrimmage dressed like fucking Jane Fonda in a video in 1980 with pink leggings and shit. Just... drops back to pass. He looks like fucking I Dream of Jeannie rolling to his right. Oh, his cancer scar fell off. That's can I have 8 minutes to myself? They're bringing out survivors of the marathon bombing, which from 2013. I understand 2014. God bless them. Those people deserve to go to Fenway Park and all that shit. But now it's like 2 years later, they're still bringing people out who really did, people lost arms and legs. Those people deserve, but now they bring people out. Some guy lost a wallet that day and somebody lost their breath running away from the bar. Jesus H. Christ. I'm just saying. I need a breath. Let's go to Mark in New York. He says, I'm a big damn liberal and I love Nick DiPaolo. Hey, Mark, is this Mark Green?
Hey, man. Hey, Nick.
What's up?
Are you able to hear me?
I hear you, Mark, loud and clear.
Oh, good. Yeah, listen, Nick. I graduated from Berkeley in the early 70s.
God bless you.
I can't be more liberal. I'm still liberal, and you've been one of my favorites for years because you're politically incorrect.
And now that doesn't really jive because most, at least today's liberals, you're probably a classic liberal, but today's progressive, they seem to lack a sense of humor, at least when it comes from a guy on my side of the political aisle. But you're a true liberal in the sense of the word, like a Louis C.K. He looks at both sides and can laugh at either way. But that's not, you're sort of the exception today, would you say, Mark?
I've always felt like a stranger in a strange land, Nick. But I'm proud of it. I'm still a hippie.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel that the Freedom Tower in New York City should be called the FBI CIA fuck-up tower. Because those guys let the ball down. They were responsible for the September 11th bomb. And let's name something as it should be instead of politically correct, Freedom Tower. That's bullshit.
Okay. I'll go with that. Do you?
Nick,
go ahead.
I saw you in Burlington, Vermont. I was the old guy in the front of the row who you said, an old white-haired guy, and I was able to get to say you on stage. Old man, fuck you.
Oh, you did. That was you.
No. I love you, sir.
First of all, thank you for coming out. He's talking about a CRTV thing I did. I shot a pilot.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, up in Burlington, Vermont.
Yeah.
And it was really... See, now that's a liberal. That's a real hippie liberal. They still have that fire. Even.
Yeah.
How old are you now, Mark?
I'm 71, Nick.
71.
God bless.
And
71. I'm just about to retire from teaching high school chemistry, which I've done for 16 years as a second career, and I'm telling you, I can't get out of the public school system fast enough.
Well, that you can blame your side for that. Fucking unions, jerk offs. You hate the kids. You put yourself ahead of the kids. Am I right?
You bet. I couldn't agree with you more. It's so politically correct. The student is right in everything. The student has a list of rights that you can't violate. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, well, that's a product of liberal thinking. But it's gone. Like I said, back in the day, and you said you went to Berkeley. Before I let you go, I want your take on what goes on when they try to have a conservative speaker like Ann Coulter or somebody at Berkeley, and they resort to violence to shutting it down. You cannot be for that if you're a true liberal.
I'm a member of Berkeley alumni, and I almost sent back my card in protest. I was furious about that.
What stopped you from sending it back?
Yeah, well, I still want to have the card.
Well, Mark, I appreciate it. You're the perfect caller and listener for this show, that you can enjoy somebody like, we have our political differences, but come on, we can't put politics first. We have to put life first, and I appreciate you having the open mind. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll go almost anywhere to see you, Nick.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. He's going to be at my house tonight, banging on the door at 3 a.m.
Maybe he'll get in.
Huh? Oh, my God. That was horrible. I couldn't get in. I was throwing gravel at my wife's window. Of course, it's the third floor. I got no arm anymore. And every time I did it, the pain in my right nut would shoot up into my hip. Isn't that sad?
You guys got to work out a system.
Huh?
You got to work out a system.
Well, yeah. I mean, I live in the woods. My wife treats it like we're in downtown Detroit. She fucking locks everything. There wasn't even a window I could kick in. I was trying. It's raining on me. I'm using my flashlight on my phone, and there was screws, and I'm in the garage. There's no screwdriver. She cleaned the place. You could eat off the floor in there. There's no tools or nothing. And it's a sad day for
Hope you had a hell of a piss, Arnold.
What?
I was watching Fast Times the other day.
What did you just say?
Hope you got all angry.
Yeah.
At Arnold.
Yeah.
Because the guy got him fired.
And that relates to what?
Nothing really. But...
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Jumped out.
Oh, I only got one thing to say to that.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Nick DiPaolo Show, 866-969-1969 is the phone number. And, but I like that guy. I can laugh at, yes, and I can laugh at, like, Jon Stewart's a funny dude, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand the politics, whatever. And I actually asked him to come on. And he used to put me on. He had a couple of talk shows before he was real famous, like on MTV shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he had me on as a stand-up twice. And he mentioned me and Colin Quinn on the final episode.
Yep, of the Daily Show.
Which, you know, I was flattered by that. So I thought he'd be good. And he said, fuck you, I'm at the beach. I'm rich now. No, he was down the Jersey Shore, and he doesn't do anything for a few
It's on
months.
vacation.
But I thought, we got to get him in here.
Yep, we will. Yeah.
Because we genuinely like each other, and, you know, he's a lot smarter than me, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to, he's got an open mind. And so does, you know, and so does Louis, and a lot of these people, let's be honest, the businessmen, Amy Schumer and stuff, they don't, you know. I'm sitting at the Comedy Cellar table, and they look, you know, nodding their head, and they want to gouge my eyes out, but they still use me and put me in their things, and vice versa. And actually, we got to get Louis in here too.
Yeah,
I tried, but he's like, well, Monday's bad. I have 2 orphans I just picked up from Vietnam. I got to feed them, and he came up with he's got kids, and and we definitely got to get him in here. The good thing, I don't have to get on a plane for. You ever look? Well, Andy, you're not flying around much, right?
Not as often as you.
No, they don't fly open micers around.
Right.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Was that necessary? But I'm reading. It's really, you know, I love going on the internet every day. There's some stewardess who's got somebody in a chokehold, or an Asian doctor's being bitch slapped for asking for a Diet Coke. It's really... By the way, I'm sort of for the airlines on that one. I know that goes against my politics, but I didn't like the way that guy acted like a 3-year-old. And I hated the woman who was filming it, this dumb white broad going, oh, what are you doing it? They should have tased her right between the tits, knocked her out, and dragged them both out.
No, I hated her more than anything.
It was really bugging me. But I'm bringing this up because I see this today online. Stressed about flying? There's a headline. This airport lets people play with adorable mini horses. It's an airport, the Cincinnati/Northern Kentucky International Airport. First of all, that's a sore spot for me, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. And this is true because me and my wife, before we were married, and she was living in L.A., I was back in New York, and I said some mean stuff in an argument about our relationship and shit, so she retaliated with a Kentucky football player in Cincinnati. So that is oh my God, Brendan has a Kentucky
He's
hat
a Kentucky man.
That's where I'm from.
Are you
From
really?
Kentucky.
Well,
I know
I'm
that
glad.
airport
Enjoy
well.
your last night here. Anyways, what do you think, you're better than me? I saw him laughing at the Jew stuff early when I mentioned Jewish. But anyways, yeah, at this airport, they've enlisted help. They bring in many horses from some nonprofit faggy organization to bring in miniature therapy horses to the airport to cheer up travelers. Twice a month, a few of the farm's 34 horses make their way to the airport to connect with children and relieve the airport stresses. Is that who's stressing out at the airport? Is there an 11-year-old that's got to get to fucking Dubuque because he's got an Eagle Scout meeting? How about me, the headliner? Has been out there 30 years. I might be late for the Funny Bone in St. Louis and lose a month's pay. But I mean, between the support, the emotional support animals, people are bringing ducks and fucking wolves on and for emotional support, which is all horseshit. It's really their pets. And now we get mini horses. I mean, you can't get a peanut on a plane because people are allergic. But I have 6 feet of cat dander on my seat because the lady next to me needs it for emotional support. Oh, have we lost our minds? Mini horses. Wait a minute. So you must fly to Kentucky, Brendan. Now, have you seen these things?
Yeah, and I'm thinking that that's more of a surplus of tiny ponies that we've got in the state. I'm thinking.
Well, then send them to Dairy Queen or some
That's what
shit.
I'm saying. We might have a glue surplus as well.
What do we? I mean, we've lost it. I just picture a terrorist attack at that airport and seeing a couple ISIS guys getting away on ponies.
Well, then you picture him slipping on a pile of horse shit, though, and then that's equally funny.
That is funny. Thanks. I'll do the funny shit, Kentucky. Holy Christ. Is he I know. He's answering the phone now. But, I mean, we're losing our minds here. And anybody experienced that? I'm on the plane, and a guy gets on. He looks healthier than me. Guy look like a bodybuilder, for Christ's sake. And he's got It wasn't a pit bull. It was in between, like a boxer. And sure enough, he says it was for post-traumatic. Somebody questioned it. Guess what? Plane delayed it like an hour and a half. Plane delayed because they don't even have the rules down, some airlines. But you know what? And I knew the minute he got on, he was way too healthy and shit. You don't get on all ripped and say, I need this animal for emotional support. I was touched by an uncle.
Here's the service dog eligibility.
Service dog eligibility, be at least 12 years of age unless service dog is needed for a child with autism.
Have diagnosed with a physical disability, anxiety disorder.
Yeah, but I want to get back to the ponies.
I know what I'm saying. These are dogs. I don't know where the ponies come.
The ponies, they don't come on the plane, although I heard they try to let miniature horses on the plane. How is that? They tell me I can't put my bag under my seat because in case we have an emergency, but I got a Shetland fucking next to me eating corn. Somebody help me out here. Jesus H.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
I just wanted to play that all day.
And she was a big girl, sir.
Yeah, she's a big girl, sir. Jodie Foster says that in her angry gay woman voice. Yeah, she's a big girl. Funny if she went, she was a fat fuck. The guy goes, well, I have her head right in my freezer. There's no need to... let's go to... Oh, you want to pick a line, Andy?
No, I was saying we have 5 minutes, so we need to break.
Already?
Yeah, our guest is here.
I think I want to do this every night for a living.
Well, we got a whole nother hour, babe.
Oh, well, maybe not then. Let's go to Matt, line 6.
How you doing?
What's up, Matt?
Just listening to the talk about airlines. I just, the pony thing's funny as fuck. But I just, I used to work on aircraft, flying around, fixing stuff on, the interiors, and people just used to get on a plane, suck it up, the plane sucked, you were cramped in, you ate shit food, and that was fine.
Right.
You just dealt with it. Now, everyone's a fucking drama queen about it.
Yeah, that's right. They know they're gonna get their 15 minutes of fame. I noticed that the last time I flew, they were a little defensive. The lady said to me, a flight attendant said, your fly's down, meaning my bag, I was carrying a duffel bag. She goes, your fly down. Yeah. And of course I had to make a dick joke just to see how that would fly. And she got a little, that I went, I don't want to go viral with that. And then she started laughing. But you can see they're a little defensive and stuff. And then I had sex her in the bathroom. Very dirty girl. No.
I'm waiting for it to get so bad that you get on you check everything in at the airport, you hold your passport, they strip you off, you put on one of them one-piece polyester Tyvek suit, get on the plane, shut the fuck up, and they just drug you and put you to sleep for the journey.
That, you know what? That would be less painless. That's not a bad idea. You knock us out. That's not a bad idea.
Love it.
The Fifth Element, they get on their trip, and Bruce Willis gets on, and they just knock you out with gas.
I didn't know that. I don't get out much. Thank you for the call. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Congrats on the show, man. Congrats on the show. Be listening all the time.
I appreciate it, Matt. Thank you. Good to have Ringo Starr calling in. I love that accent. Even on a guy, it makes me horny. What?
It is cool.
Isn't it cool?
I like it.
If you're a girl, you're not going to bang that guy? Well, probably not. But sort of like that. Therapy pigs. Listen to this. Here we go. Well, therapy animals aren't new on the travels. In many airports like Newark welcome therapy dogs on occasion. San Francisco International Airport, of course, has a tutu-wearing therapy pig. Good to see Rosie O'Donnell back on the road again. A therapy pig. But then the lady says there's something special, something especially delightful about seeing a horse indoors. It makes people feel good. Yeah, I feel that way about strippers, too. Never mind the mini ponies. Get a couple of dirty whores from a hustler club. You know what I mean? The horses are for the kids. I'm not that impressed with you. But I think we've lost it. How is that not, we're on code yellow or orange, whatever, high alert. And you get horses in the lobby of the... I always wanted a pony, though. Let's go to Chris in Vermont, line 1, real quick. Chris, we got about a minute and a half left. What's going on?
Nicky, love the show.
Thank you, Chris.
Not a problem. I wanted to ask,
The liberal, the old guy. Was that Colonel Sanders or was it the other guy?
Oh.
He sounded like Bernie Sanders.
He did sound a little like Bernie. Bernie, he's referencing one of my jokes and about Hillary and.
He's looking like Colonel Sanders, that fuck.
Okay, take it easy. Thanks for the call, Chris. Boy, there's a high-strung guy calling from Vermont. I understand you're calling from Queens and you're in traffic. This guy's in front of a red barn or a covered bridge with 2 ducks in front of him, and he's furious.
I think that guy failed him in chemistry.
Yeah, did you?
That was one of his old students.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both in Vermont.
Walter White called us from Vermont earlier. I just it's been I hated flying when it was good. Let's put it that way.
Ugh, I hate it.
I didn't mind it until after 9/11, and now I get a pit in my stomach. Even now, after 30 years, I look at my book and I see a date coming up. Like I got to go to Cleveland in, I don't know, a couple of weeks. I start getting sick about that. And Colin, I talked to Colin Quinn. He feels the same way. I get like this dead feeling inside, anxiety filled. I'm not but it's only getting worse, and I don't need a friggin' Shetland pony. It's not going to chill me out. Like I said, 20-year-old stripper on drugs. And hey, when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Norman, a very, very funny comedian, got a great Comedy Central 1-hour special called "Don't Be Yourself." He'll be with us, so stay tight. Nick DiPaolo Show.
The Nick DiPaolo Show will return after.
I went on a date with a girl once. Went pretty well. Went back to her place. I take out a condom. She goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where'd you get that thing?" I was like, "Well, they were free at the bar." She was like, "Oh, that's gross." I was like, "Well, that's where I got you."
Yeah. There you go. Little Mark Norman mixed in with Zeppelin.
I'll take it.
The very funny Mark Norman is here. He's got a Comedy Central 1-hour special out currently called "Don't Be Yourself." Is that right?
That's it.
I'm not used to interviewing.
All right, you're doing okay.
I watched the whole thing, and it was really friggin' good, dude.
Wow,
the writing, and here's what I like about Mark Norman. First of all, he touches on the double standards with feminism and race and whatnot, and does it without dropping the C word or anything else, which I can't do. He's but it's very well thought out, and they can't. You call them on the bullshit, on the double standard. They can't argue with that.
Exactly.
But you do it in a nice way. I actually saw broads clapping.
Wow.
Well, you tell.
You saw cunts applauding? Yeah.
But that's my point. You do it. It's the writing is really crisp, and you make good points. And whether it's, like I said, racial or to me, the feminist thing is at the core of political correctness, even more so than the race thing. They're driving it all.
Right.
I've had enough, and you called them out beautifully on a couple of things like that. And how long did it take you to put the hour together?
Well, I'm no Lou, so it's probably 4 years.
Nobody's Lou.
Yeah.
Louis puts those together at lunch. I swear to God, I think CK could put out 2 a year. He's just trying to not embarrass the rest of us.
You think so?
I swear to God.
He's a machine, that guy. Then he does jokes after his special, because I opened for him for like a month, and he did his special, and it would kill, and then he would come back and do an encore, and the encore was better than anything I've ever written, and that's what he does on SNL.
Yeah.
That's the monologue right there.
Yeah. He's always been really prolific, but this was really good. I really, the part I didn't like was Amy Schumer. I don't know why she was no, I'm kidding. We know Amy, and God bless. She put me on her show.
Yeah.
And we got to get her in here. We
she'll do it. She's a big fan. She said Nick DiPaolo in his day, he could get it. Her words.
What the fuck does that mean, my day?
Well, your picture at the Comedy Cellar is pretty hot.
Yeah.
You got the blazer on,
I got a blazer on in the picture?
Yeah, it's like a tweed blazer. You're leaning up against a wall. You look like you just killed a gay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an old picture because I'm standing in front of Dempsey's, the bar, which is in like Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull.
Yeah.
He could get it in his. Well, I'll take that from Amy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe she means before the wife.
Yeah, of course. I turned down so much ass. Some of it female now. I think I already said that today on the show. But so first of all, I want to talk about you're from New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
And I had never been there. I was always bad mouthing your city because every time I saw clips, it was Mardi Gras.
I remember Hep C.
Yes.
Remember that bit?
Yes.
It's a great bit.
About the Katrina. And,
Yes.
and these people they were so ignorant, they couldn't spell help.
Right.
The guy's in a helicopter looking down. It says HEP on the, and the guy goes, we got to throw him down an L. You want HEP? Why don't you drink that water you're standing in? It was something very lighthearted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Always going with the victims. But I'm like, I don't want to again, Mardi Gras clips, that's all. I know there's more to the city than that and stuff. But I get down there, and the 4 streets that I did not wander off were beautiful. I had a great time.
It's dicey.
It is, right?
Oh, it's way worse than New York.
That's what I hear.
Way where they'll murder you for a pocketbook. They'll take a hat. They'll take your shoes off. It's crazy out there.
I had all 3 of those on the day I got there, and the guy told me to take them off. I had always, so I still don't know. I didn't. First of all, they said don't even go to the French Quarter. What's the famous street? They said don't even
Bourbon.
Go. Yeah, they said don't go down Bourbon Street. It's all titty bar. I go, yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, right. It's drinks and titty bars.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And 3 people told me you don't want to go there.
Well,
yeah, I do. I'm married. I'll take a knife in the ass to see a little nipple.
Women flashing on the balcony for beads. It's insane.
That's the other thing I hate about Mardi Gras. That fake transaction.
Yes.
In other words, you have to give me something before I, show you my tits, and you can't come up with something, cash or something. No, cookies.
It's got to be shitty plastic. That's the only thing that works.
It's so phony.
I know, but it worked. I was a kid. We'd go down there, and we were 14, and we'd look at tits all day.
And you know what? And the food was as good as I heard. I was with Bobby Kelly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and he picked 2 joints. Had the steak the first night, and just it was unbelievable. Then the seafood, and I had gumbo, and it was everything. It was better than I heard. I swear to God.
Yeah,
because that's what they're known for. They got to keep it up.
The food's amazing. You can't get it here even. You can get Ethiopian food in New York. You can't get Creole.
Ethiopians don't eat food, do they? Jesus Christ, they're shredded.
Well, you know what I mean. You can get fucking Croatian food in New York,
No, you can get all that shit. So, yeah, it's it was very. I was very surprised, and what are you doing now? You're touring, but you came in here. You go, oh, geez, I got to do another. You said, thank God that's over. The hour, right?
Well, this is fun because I hired a publicist, which is not cheap, folks.
I've never hired one.
Oh,
I'm too cheap.
It's brutal.
Is it?
It helped
you,
but you're pretty established. I'm like a newer guy, so I had to ask her to help me get on Bert Kreischer's podcast or Rogan. These are all things you know these guys. You can just jump on.
I don't know Bert, and I hear his name more than anybody, and he actually praised me online, and I'm like, I got to meet this guy. And
he loves your stuff.
Rogan, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's part of that crew.
But you would have to. We couldn't get you on Rogan.
I still haven't done it. I don't know. Even the publicist couldn't do it. He's so backed up. He's got DeGrasse Tyson on. He's got fucking Rock and Muhammad Ali on there. I can't get on.
Fucking Ali on there?
Yeah. He's shaking up the joint.
Kind of dirty. Hey, if you want to talk to Mark Norman, call 866-969-1969. That's his home phone. That's not the studio. 866-969-1969. Let's play the Caitlyn clip. This is from his special, by the way, Don't Be Yourself, which I love.
Thanks.
I'm not one of these guys that's full of shit like, hey, looks don't matter. It's all about the inside that counts. Ah, shut up. Come on. I
can't hear it. No.
We all want to be found attractive. We all want to be with someone we find attractive. I hate people lie about that. I was at a party once. I was like, that Caitlyn Jenner, she's kind of weird looking. Some girl goes, hey, she's beautiful. And I was like, well, you kind of look like her. And she was like, fuck you.
There you go. That's what we're talking about, calling people on there. Horseshit. Mark took his headphones off when we were playing that clip.
What a comic move.
I thought the volume was too loud. He goes, no, I just want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. My voice. I don't know how you guys do it.
No, but that's how it is, too. Like you said, it put 4 years to put that together, and by the time, then you have to edit. I don't know if you had to edit the special.
I did, the whole thing.
You literally, you put that, it's so easy to forget that hour now because you were so sick of it.
Yeah.
You'd rather go up and wing it.
Right.
Right?
Totally. I heard every know, right? I wanted to kill myself. It's brutal. And I should say, you were talking about feminists. I had to run all this material in front of Schumer's skank crowd. It was just chicks. So I had to run. That's why it works, because it's women tested. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because I opened for her for years, so I had to run it in front of these people.
And you were developing a lot of stuff in front of her people.
Yeah, I mean, she started doing arenas eventually, so then I kind of just played the hits. But for the theaters, it was a lot of working out. Yeah.
See that? But that's what I'm saying. But it gave it this subtlety that, like I said, you pointed it out in a nice way. You're calling them on their bullshit, but it's so smart they can't argue with you. But it does help that, like you said, you're in front of her fans.
Yeah, and these are not comedy savvy gals. These are just girls going out with high heels on and, perfume. But like Patrice says, he has that great quote, you can't fuck with the truth. So I feel like if you just say it, they got to go, yeah, he's got a point.
Can't fuck with the truth. Tell that to Trump. Listen, folks, what? I'm a Trump fan. They'll get mad at me. Let's take a call. I don't know if they want to talk to you or not. This is a brand new show, and let's go to John in Alabama. John, welcome to the Nick DiPaolo Show. You're on with Mark Norman.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
Howdy.
I live in Mobile, which is I go to New Orleans at least once a month.
Oh, nice.
Just for the food.
Oh, yeah. Good move.
I think John Besh has a restaurant on every corner now, though.
He's the local hero.
Who?
John Besh. He's the big chef.
That's right, the steak guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 8 restaurants.
I had a fight with him on Food Network. He didn't like my brown rice. So, go ahead, John.
I was talking about the opening song, Misty Mountain Hop. You got to play a version by 4 Non-Blondes. They kill that song. It's all girl group.
Okay.
They kill that damn song.
All right. Thank you, John. Was he hang gliding? What kind of... Jesus Christ. Why does everybody sound like they're talking into a fucking ham radio? Is it always like that, Andy?
No, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what he's calling on.
That guy was on the coconuts from Gilligan's Island.
Get off the Bluetooth if you're going to call in.
Yeah. It was horrible. Hey, where's the show clock in here?
Right behind you.
Oh, that's convenient. Thanks. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Welcome to the Linda Blair Show. It's 5 after the hour.
Boy, you're on fire.
Dude.
It's the first show, folks.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
We can be funny, and you'll be great at this, too. I want to be funny now, conversationally, without a table, a bachelorette table 5 feet away with dick hats and fighting over the chicken fingers.
The worst.
I just want to sit here, look at Harry, Andy, Fiore, and Brendan over there, the Kentucky hat. And, yeah. So now what? I hate when people ask comics.
No. Now we go back on the road and try to build some goddamn material.
But you're going to build it. Are you going to build it on the road? I'm trying to give the people an insight. You build it every night here in New York City, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at a time?
Yeah, mostly in New York. But then you go on the road, and I feel like the road you can really get the new stuff out because you can put a lot of the new stuff in the middle, and they don't really notice you bombing.
See that?
You know what I mean?
See, that's what I used to do. I'd pick a spot in my set, usually about 10, 15 minutes in, and drop in the new, try the new 5 to 8 or whatever.
Right.
But at some point I got tired of that, and I'm so anxious, I open with a new show, which is stupid.
Wow, but that makes you strong, though, because then you have to figure out how to make it work on the fly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's like a pro move. I don't sell
that's
tickets.
that's just impatience. It's not, I don't think it is. Well, I guess it's a good test of the material. I don't know, but I just want to get to it.
Well,
and then if it works, I'm bored with the rest of the set.
Right.
Then I mail it in.
Exactly, yes.
And
it's like that Bill Hicks quote, which I've always hated, where he says, you go out there and talk, and the act is what you fall back on. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Come on. The act is the act. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
He's got that old quote where he's like...
No, but you know what, Mark? I remember him saying that, not really, but you know what? I think as you get older, that's where I'm at.
Really?
Yes, the act is like a safety net.
Wow.
You sort of talk off the top. You talk off the top of your head. You talk yourself into a corner and try to get out of it, hopefully. But
what is that, 8 minutes maybe? I mean, you can't talk.
No, you'd be surprised. Enough alcohol and
yeah, I guess so.
And but I remember now Louis has sort of an update on that quote. Louis said, I used to look for funny stuff to talk about. He goes, now I go up there and talk about stuff I want to talk about and make it funny.
Ooh.
That makes sense too, right?
That I like,
That's what but how long you been doing it?
I'm about 11 years.
11?
Yeah.
You're not quite to the point where you get bored.
Yeah. It's still hard. I still write shit in my room, and I'm killing in my hotel room, and then I go on stage and I hit ball bombs. In my hotel, I'm getting standing O's.
This is how I know what we do for a living. It's still kind of scary because there's still nights where I get a little clammy in the hand. I've been 30 years.
Right.
I'm getting a little... And the nights where I don't get a little excited or a little bit of butterflies in the stomach before I go on, those are the nights I eat my own balls.
Exactly.
You ever do that? You go up too relaxed or too cocky,
yes.
and you stink.
But it kicks in pretty quick, though, where you go, all right, asshole, you're not a genius. You know? It's like Quinn always says, he's like, nobody wants to write, because if you write, it shows you're not a genius. We think we can just go out there and be funny, but you got to write.
I know. He always takes the fun out of all the shit.
He really does.
I've been saying to him for years, I go, Colin, my act is getting in the way of me being funny, But then you go out. Sometimes I go up there and try to wing a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I think I go, oh, this is some good shit. Then I go home and listen to it, and a lot of it was just filthy, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But in the moment,
exactly.
Right?
When you're looking for that punchline, you're just like, cum, jizz, anal, Jews, faggots. You're just trying to say any buzz that you can get a laugh out of.
You just did my set list for the next. Let's go to Eric in Colorado. He said he saw Mark in Denver, kill in Denver.
Oh,
say hello to Mark Norman. Eric. See, this is what weed does. You legalize weed.
Exactly.
Nice going, Eric. Right now, he's packing a big... Let's go to... we'll go to Shane in Texas on line 2. Also saw Mark. Shane, welcome to the show.
Hey, man. Good luck on the show, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Say hi to Mark Norman.
I wanted to see your special, Mark, that I'm going to see you in San Antonio on the 26th of that weekend, and I didn't know if I could, would it ruin my weekend if I watched the special, or just watch both of them?
It might ruin your weekend just in general. But no, I mean, you can watch it, but I will be doing probably 50% of that on stage just because I got to fill the time here, folks. So I'll be doing some new, but a lot of it is from the special. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to watch both. I'll see you next weekend and watch the special afterwards, man.
Thanks, man. And tell a friend. That's a big room, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you, man.
We'll shake hands after.
Yes, sir. Take care, bud.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
What's the room? What?
San Antonio LOL.
LOL, that's right. I was going to plug that for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When we kick you out. Is it a big room? I haven't done LOL.
It's like a 450 high ceiling.
I'm doing LMAO, which is in St. Petersburg. About 40 rooms. 40
I'm doing
seats.
HPV in Flint.
That's the other thing. Here's the other thing I like about Mark Norman. Every time I'm around him off stage, I remember Horace and Pete, he's always talking about pussy. Always.
Oh, big fan of the gash.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was in a relationship for 12 years, so now I'm out there just
really
slanging. Yeah, I got to catch up.
12 years?
Yeah, my whole high school sweetheart.
Was it a cellmate? Jesus Christ, like 12 years.
Yeah, it was sickle cellmate. She was black.
I feel like you got out right at the perfect time, though. You were just hitting your stride comedically. You were getting on the road a lot. And you're single.
In other words, you use this bitch like a condom and throw her away.
Right.
No, 12 years?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, how old are you? Can I ask?
33.
33. Do the math. 21 you started dating her? No, you've been out of it for a while.
4 years now.
Oh, that must be unbelievable. After 12 years, it must be like Shawshank. You're swimming through the shit. You get the end of the pipe.
Yeah, now I'm cleaning a boat on the ocean with a black guy. Yeah.
He dated a girl for 12 years. Andy, I can't do the Morgan. I can't do Morgan.
But I was, and it was right when Twitter came out, or Tinder came out. So I was like, I had the single life with the Tinder, with the horny libido. So I was
yeah, and a good-looking kid and a funny kid. Had the nice
perfect.
You know what's funny? I laughed at the special at the beginning. Weren't you steaming a shirt or something?
Yeah.
But he's steaming a shirt, or I thought it was a suit. And he comes out, he's got a baseball jersey
right
on the.
Yeah.
I was going to call Schumer and go, "Come on, you directing this thing?" There was no continuity there. Here's another guy. Let's go to. Is it Eric again in Colorado? Is this who we lost earlier? Eric.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're on with Mark Norman. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone took a shit just as you hit the button.
Oh, that's gross. The language.
I'm telling you. Mark, I saw you in Denver on the 22nd of April and met you after the show outside. And let me tell you, that was one of the best stand-ups I have seen in a long time. I have not laughed so hard in quite some time.
Wow, I really appreciate that. And that's a hot room. It's hard to bomb in that room. That club is so good.
Which one?
Comedy Works? Downtown.
Oh, Denver? Whew. I was banned from there.
Oh, no.
Yes, because of a fat bachelorette party. But go ahead, talk to you. The guy wants to talk to you.
We got to hear that story. But yeah, thanks, Eric. You're a mensch.
Which of the two lucky ladies that were standing there by the steps did you push down, and which one did you take with you?
I took the ugly one. I always do.
Yeah.
And Nick, your pictures on Twitter from New Orleans. I feel sorry if Bobby was your grinder date because you could do so much better.
No, I like the Truman Capote look. He's got those Joe Paterno glasses on.
Yeah, right.
He's got the neck of fucking Ali, and
he looks like Gandolfini's dad in Sopranos, but fatter.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for the call, Eric.
Yeah,
and
I hope the show works out great because this is great listening to you.
I appreciate it, brother. Well, I was going to ask him if he was smoking weed too. Boy, they all Mark. A lot of fans here.
Oh, I'm
and again, let's play the. Here's a bit I like because again it deals with race a little bit, but he points out the double standard. Let's play the clip 3 there, Andy.
Times we're living in, I feel like we're so quick to call everybody racist, homophobic, misogynist. That word racist, we throw that around willy-nilly. I was at a party once. I was like, that last name, that's Korean, right? Some guy goes, it's Chinese, you're racist. I was like, well, I just got it wrong. I don't hate them. We don't do that with other stuff. What are those, tulips? They're lilacs, you botanist son of a bitch. All right? Got my eye on you. I love flowers. I have some. Yeah. Right? You can just say a race now and people get upset. There's no context anymore. I was at a show once telling a story. I was like, yeah, a friend of mine, black guy. Somebody actually yelled out, hey, why does he have to be black? Well, mostly his fucking parents. Pretty sure it's hereditary. Yeah. I don't get why we're so sensitive about certain groups and cultures, Like, you can't make generalizations anymore. That's out, But certain groups have different qualities, different traits. That's just how we are. That's the fun part, I made a hacky joke once about Mexicans and landscaping. This guy in the back goes, hey, not all of them. You're generalizing, buddy. Not all of them. All right, fair enough, but how come they never do that on a positive generalization? Now you go, hey, Mexicans are very resilient people. And everyone goes, hey, not all of them. You're generalizing, buddy. You can do it with dogs. No one gets mad about that. You go, hey, Chihuahuas shed less than golden retrievers. Everybody's like, yes, that's true. But if you say Italians punch more women than Asians, everybody's like, oh. Like, oh, why are you mad at me? I'm just going off Google. I didn't do it. What did I do? Yeah.
That's the only part of the show I didn't like. That joke really didn't sit well with me.
It's funny because all the jokes are really about black people, but I have to put Asian, Chinese, Italian.
See,
because people get weird about black.
Here's where you and I differ. I stick with my initial thought, and it's why I've been forced into radio. But no,
it's a bit of phoniness of me.
No,
it's because people get when you say black people clam up more, which I don't get.
No, I know. I pointed this out to Colin Quinn years ago when we used to play The Cellar every night, and I talk about certain buzzwords in this politically correct climate. It's gone to a place where I can't even relate now, but
yeah,
I'd be on at The Cellar, and if it was kind of a chatty room, whatever, and I could be talking about gardening or whatever in my, but just to get the room's attention, I'd go, and black people, or even works better, and you women.
Oh, interesting.
And you and unbelievable. You could hear it still works.
That's fascinating.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I love about what we do. You learn so much about where we are societally.
Exactly. We have a focus group every night in front of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so fascinating.
So use that next time if it's kind of a chatty, The Cellar or these small rooms.
Yeah.
Just go, and you broad, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. Just say women really loud.
Yeah.
And even the guys sit up.
Right.
Ew.
Right.
What's he going to say now?
But then on the flip side, they're dying to hear it. They want to know because they have thoughts too. That's what it all comes from. They're all fucked up too.
That's exactly right.
You think we're the only two people who have these thoughts on the whole planet? Yeah, that's insane.
I wish I was that fucking original. That's a good point. They do. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. And millennials take a lot of shit. And stuff, but you know what? They come out and see me and stuff, and they're tired of it.
Oh,
I think
really?
they're getting to a point where they have had enough. Not all of them. You're going to get that. You're going to get the broads who are kind of ugly and don't get laid, and they're always going to hate men.
Sure.
And this feminist movement is an excuse to fucking hate guys like me.
Well, these millennials, they think they're all individuals, but they're actually such sheep. They're just going with the flow. They're going with that's what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. It's like, well, I thought you were innovative and different and unique. You're not fucking unique. You're all doing the same shit.
It's called groupthink.
Yes.
Sort of, and that's the PC. That doesn't come from my side of the political aisle, folks. Okay, you can't be a bigot and PC at the same time or whatever.
Right.
I'm not the one stifling speech, and words don't fucking hurt, okay? I'm sick of hearing that.
I know.
Ooh, I'm getting cyber bullied. Oh, somebody's bullying you online? I'd rather be bullied online than the way I was bullied, fucking... I'd rather have somebody write something mean on my wall than put me through a fucking wall, like my dad did.
Or put your head
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying? Do
toilet.
we get time for one more call?
Yeah.
Let's go to Christian in Baltimore. Christian, say hello to Mark Norman.
Hey, Mark. I saw you up here at Magoobies about a year ago.
Good club.
Oh, yeah, Baltimore. Timonium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your set, I thought, was phenomenal, but the crowd, I guess, disagreed with me.
I remember that night. That was rough.
Yeah, I'll never forget your line. You said, "What is this Groupon night?"
Oh, yeah. It felt like a real, just papered room.
And it cracked me up because I shit you not, there was an older couple sitting next to me, and they told me, they said that they actually came here because they got a fucking Groupon.
Hey, it's funny because it's true.
There you go.
Well, thanks, man. That night haunted me for a while. I mean, I don't know about you, Nick, but a bomb will just
Thanks
fuck
for the
me
call.
up. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
That bomb
sure.
really got me.
I'm sure Mark appreciate you calling and going, yeah, the audience didn't dig you that night.
Yeah.
I was the only one that liked you.
Yeah.
But, a bomb will, it'll still shake you no matter how long you've been doing this.
Yeah.
I think that's ego, I mean, like it's one thing to bomb at the cellar. It's like I'm only going to be on for 20 minutes and I have 15 new ones.
Right.
I know I'm going to tank it. That doesn't, I almost choose to bomb. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. So let me do you plugs before I kick you out of here, Mark.
All right, please.
We only get less than a minute here. If you want to see Mark Norman, first of all, see his special, Don't Be Yourself. It's available on Comedy Central on demand. May 25th through the 28th, he'll be at LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio, Texas. And June 1st through the 3rd at Laugh Boston, which I love, my hometown.
Great club.
You can follow him on Twitter at Mark Norm and visit marknormancomedy.com for all his tour dates. He really is one of the best comics out there. Had a great Tonight Show spot.
You don't know what that means.
Well, but you're socially relevant and funny. And it's smart comedy.
Well, thanks. You're a legend.
You're welcome here anytime, brother.
You're here. I used to listen to you before I did comedy, and you don't know what that means to me. So I appreciate it, Nick.
You got it. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
It's Nick DiPaolo Show. Back after this. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 866-969-1969. 866-969-1969. And, I like Norman. Funny
Good man.
Guy. Yeah, good guy. Regular
good joke
guy.
writer. Yeah.
Working the craft. He had to run out of here because he's got a couple sets, which I got to get back into. I have no excuse not to now because I am in the city at night. And this show ends at 8, so I'm going to start... I'm not going to put in. I'm just going to, because I've been doing this 88 years, and they let me do a guest set here and there. So hit me up on Twitter, too, at Nick DiPaolo, and my tour dates. Go to nickdip.com for my tour dates. And as far as the podcast, folks, I do a podcast. On Monday, it's on riotcast.com and Stitcher. That's the free version on iTunes. But what's going to happen now is that show, we're going to take an hour of this Sirius radio show and condense it down to an hour for the podcast. And Sirius let me do that, but I can't release it for 48 hours. So in other words, this show would be the Riotcast free version. It will come out Wednesday night of my podcast. Then Tuesday night will be the Thursday. That's for the connectpal.com subscribers. If you want to subscribe to my podcast, you go to connectpal.com/Nick. And that's $3.99 a month. You get 2 to 3 more shows a week. And that's how that's going to work. So it has to be a 48-hour clearance before I can release the podcast. All right? And that's how that goes. And like I said, I got to thank those guys because it kept my radio chops fresh for the time I wasn't on the radio. Anyways, I think we've taken of selfishness to a new level in this country. Have you heard about this self-marriage movement growing? And it's called self-marriage. It says they're part of a growing relationship trend called sologamy. That's like sologamy. Erica Anderson, a 37-year-old chick from Brooklyn, woman, planned a formal ceremony with a white dress, floral bouquet, and walked down the aisle, only no one was waiting for her, and that was just the way she wanted it. What the fuck? Anderson said she grew tired of people asking why she was single, so in front of friends and family, she married herself. If that's not taking selfishness to a new level... By the way, you know where she got the idea? That one of my favorite shows, Sex and the City. I say that kiddingly. Yeah, self-marriage or sologamy is growing partly because it's popping up in pop culture, like when an episode of Sex and the City floated the idea. The movement's gone global, and companies are trying to capitalize. Marry Yourself in Canada offers consulting and wedding photography. Bunch of pictures of yourself standing there in your fucking chubby arms. Nobody likes you. How about you? How was you? I'm just picturing. Don't they have like... The hell is that?
I don't know.
Is that a payphone? How was the? Don't they have a? What do they call them? When your girlfriends get married, they go to a wedding shower. So what is she sitting there by herself, just opening packages? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No friends.
Yeah, just
she bought
going, a dildo. Oh, another dildo. 18 batteries. Oh, a toaster oven. Huh? She's by herself. This is actually catching on. You marry yourself.
But
we're a nation of assholes. You're watching Rome in its final days. Honest to God, I'm starting to think somebody has a point. I don't want to say who that group is, but 866-969-1969. Listen to this. The movement's gone global. San Francisco's Jeffrey Levin started a website called IMarriedMe.com. Fucking typical. There you'll find sologamy ceremony kits that include a wedding band, daily affirmation cards, and vows. If you buy into this, you're just a fucking idiot. Okay? I think it's increased over the years, and it's something that's becoming more understood and more accepted, Levin, the con man, said. Hell yeah. Look at this, all these websites. Your reason to celebrate, blah, blah, blah. Anderson married herself to celebrate the independence and believes others should too. You're worth it, she said. Anderson just celebrated her 1-year anniversary with a solo trip to Mexico. You're not married. You're a single bra that nobody wants to fuck, okay?
Liar, whore, and you know it.
What the fuck? She said, listen to this. She said, even though she's married to herself, she's dating and open to marrying another person. In other words, it's all a farce. You're just single. And I don't even get it. You show up at events, family events, you're still by yourself. But this shit catches on. It's catching on. Between that and the mini ponies at the airport, I'm really worried. I'd say we have a good week. I don't married to. I lived by myself for a few years, and I get two self.
I live by myself right now.
Do you?
I don't know if I go back
to living with somebody.
I couldn't live in another roommate. It'd have to be a girl. You know, you have to be a girl or wife.
Yeah. I was by myself for quite a few years, and what happens is you get like Polly Walnuts, and when you get around people, you can't stop talking. I remember my father saying to like my wife, you saved him from himself. I was pretty obnoxious. When I get around people, I couldn't shut up. Yeah. Because you're not talking to anybody all day. And when you're a comic, it's even worse.
I know.
You're living, you're by yourself. You got a spot at 10:30 that night. It's the first time you say hello to anybody. You get a little nuts. And then you get a little eccentric. You know what I mean? I'm keeping my cereal in the kitchen sink. Just dumping boxes in, shit like... Let's go to Jose in California. He thinks that self-marriage is a stupid idea, and I'm sort of with Jose. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Good. How are you, Nick?
Good. What do you think of this self-marriage horseshit?
I'm telling you, I'm laughing my ass off right now because, I used to think that people wanted to marry a rock or a sheep or whatever the hell they wanted to marry.
Yeah.
And I thought that was stupid. So now this is getting to a next level,
Well, let me ask you, did you know anybody that were dating rocks or sheep out there? I don't know. San Jose's a different place.
I'm just telling you, I hear this on the news. They want to marry their horse or they want to marry their goat or...
I can understand that. That I can understand. I mean, your giant cock involved, but you marry yourself. I mean, if I married my, you know what I mean? What?
But by the way, Nick, I've been following you forever. You're a good freaking comedian, so thank you for this. But this is just way beyond my beliefs. Okay?
Yeah, we're losing it in this country. Jose, let me ask you a question. You live in California, and
correct.
I can tell you're of Hispanic descent.
Yeah, of course.
And what do you think of the current president?
Well, me personally, I like him. I just there's a lot going on right now. I mean, when we listen to the news, we don't know what's really true or what's not.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of hard to follow the truth about everything. So it makes it really difficult to create an opinion. You know.
I guess. I just wanted to know, like, the whole, the building of the wall, and you're out in California, and are you Mexican?
Yeah, it's really funny because I always tell my friends, who's going to build it? Mexicans, of course, you know?
Exactly.
And then I tell them every so often they're going to forget to put concrete on some of the blocks. And,
Yeah, and then, exactly, they'll hand out blueprints to their friends and go, 11A, that's the second row. Kick that one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
except from the gay, you can just come in.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, okay, I appreciate the call, Jose. Thanks a lot.
But thank you for. I'm still laughing about this. I mean, like you said, it's coming down to we don't know what. But
yeah, marrying yourself and Shetland ponies. And, thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, take care. Have a good
All
day.
right.
Okay?
It really is, man. You go on these websites and just read the headlines, and I'm like, it's like the Twilight Zone.
It really is.
Let's go to Dave in Los Angeles. Dave on line 4. Welcome to the Nick DiPaolo Show. How are you?
Hi, how you doing, Nick?
Pretty good.
He's at the raceway.
You better believe it, watching it. No, I forgot what the term is, but there's people that are obsessed with objects, and you can Google her.
Yeah, it's called retarded.
She's foreign or something, but she was married or she was dating the Eiffel Tower for years, and she left the Eiffel Tower, and she's married now to the Berlin Wall. She actually had to go through all the government, get this paperwork authorization. She spent the night in one of the guard towers, and she made love to the wall, she says.
Are you shitting me?
No, Google it. I mean, she's famous. She's famous. There's pictures of her, supposedly having sex with the Eiffel Tower, and it talks to her, and she is cheating on it with the Berlin Wall, and she left the Eiffel Tower for the Berlin Wall. And now she's married to it.
I wouldn't want to have to follow the Eiffel Tower. That's some sloppy seconds. That is a...
You better.
You know what I'm saying?
Penetration.
Yeah. Was it the Eiffel Tower? Was LeBron James? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I had never heard that story. So people are marrying inanimate objects too. That's
objects.
We've lost it in this country. Would you not agree, Dave?
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I mean, believe it or not, I just witnessed my brother marrying his pencil. So, I was a witness to that.
All right. Thanks for the call, Dave. I don't know. I'm making fun of it. Go ahead, Brendan. Brendan looks like he had something.
I'm just saying, I would probably pay to see that girl be married to that piece of the Berlin Wall. It doesn't sound bad.
It depends on what she looks like.
How do you
This is her.
Pull it up. Let's see her.
She's on the screen up here.
Oh, please. First of all, she's going to need a tetanus shot if that goes in her. That's the... What year was that?
That's got to be.
They look so in love.
1979, June 17th.
1979?
I was 11.
Oh, so
days old.
Reagan actually kind of divorced her. You know what I'm saying? Reagan kind of took that. I did.
Well,
Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant?
That was my boss upstairs from Sirius. I wonder if there's any guys doing that, marrying themselves. I'm guessing it goes across all.
Gotta be.
Right? Because I did see a headline real quick, but I was so disgusted I didn't read it. But self-marriage, same-sex self-marriage. Where are we headed, folks? Where are we headed? We're missing big news, apparently. I don't know. We can't talk about it now, but Trump, something revealed classified stuff to the Russians.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of it. Let's clear this up. Roger on line 2. Roger, what's going on?
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Love you. I heard a lot. I never actually knew who you were until I heard Ron Bennington talk about you, and then I heard some of your comedy. I love you, man. You're awesome.
I appreciate that. I'm not a very good marketer. I never had a PR person.
Hey, neither was I, so it's cool. But listen, I got to ask you about the Opie thing. You guys are cool, right?
Yes, this is the oddest thing, and once again, social media takes on a life of its own. These non-stories, which I'm learning. The last time I saw Opie, I think he was still in there with Jimmy. I don't know how many months ago that was. I have no memory anymore. But it all started out, him and Robert Kelly were doing a back and forth, and then Robert said, it's a little thing we do, and I call sucking the air out of the room. Just it was more at Robert, it wasn't directed. And then I think Opie thought it was towards him or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but I had seen Opie since then. I saw him coming out of the elevator, and there's not that I know of. I don't think there's any animus there, but like I said.
And Opie said there was nothing, but I was just curious why wouldn't you be on like his show like this afternoon before your show comes on, like a little bit?
That's a good question. I tried to when I did Bennington last week.
Yeah,
I ran into their producers and I said, "Hey, can I jump in there?" Because I wanted to clear it up. And he goes, his producer said he had like 4 guests in there. And he seemed, sincere.
That's true.
So I don't know. And then this slot was when they used to replay his show, I guess. Again, that is out of my hands, right? I'm brand new here.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
But people online like to start,
Yeah, that's all.
And why did you take? I
was just talking about. Opie made a comment. That was it, and he said everything was cool.
Yeah, and he's being sincere, and so am I. I've never had a problem with Opie ever. And
buddy, I wish you all the luck in the world. I think you're a great comedian. I'm glad you have a show, and I hope it goes very well.
I appreciate that, Roger, and I appreciate the support. Thanks.
Absolutely, buddy.
Take care.
See you, bud.
Yeah, it's funny.
I like Roger.
Huh?
I liked Roger.
Yeah, he had level-headed. He wasn't screaming into a ham radio. Or he wasn't flying a kite on the beach when he called us. It was kind of nice, wasn't it? Can I make that request? Call from a landline? Nobody. I'm the only one that uses a landline anymore, I think, right? You guys don't.
Nah.
What the hell? 866-969-1969. But and again, we'll get to, I don't know what's expected of me on this show. People thought because of again, they had me do a week of shows right before the election. Back in October, they had me do a week, and it was mostly politics because we were right in the middle of that election, and I had people, and we'll do all that stuff, and because we're so divided, it's so crazy. I'm watching CNN, and they actually are doing a story. I guess Trump was having dinner with some people. And they served ice cream, and this is on CNN, by the way. I hated CNN before I even knew what politics was. And they force it on me at the airports, by the way, right? You got to sit there. That's my biggest fear. The last voice and face I'm going to see is Wolf Blitzer before my plane hits the side of a fucking mountain, spreading his horse shit. But they actually did a segment entitled 2 Scoops for Trump. Jeannie Mose, she's been there for 1,000 years, talks about Trump's executive privilege for receiving 2 scoops of ice cream, while the 3 Time magazine correspondents he was having dinner with, they only got 1. So I'm not making this shit up. Play the clip.
The president gets 2 scoops. Everyone around the table gets 1, and no word if there were sprinkles.
Right. Well, the broader point here is that they were trying to make in the Time article is the White House staff has adapted to Donald Trump's taste. So when everyone else gets water, he gets a Diet Coke. When everybody gets 1 scoop of ice cream, he gets 2.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
What the fuck? I don't care in what context they were doing this. And they weren't really joking around about it. You heard the lady. She actually mentioned sprinkles with a straight... I thought George W. Bush derangement syndrome. This is unheard of to me. Again, I'm saying all this before. We don't know what's happening behind us on the screen. But CNN, they've made me nuts. forever. And I've actually not taken Delta because you take a Delta flight. CNN, that was a Ted Turner invention to begin with.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's why it's in every friggin'. But can you imagine? Can you fucking the pettiness? That's the mentality of an 8-year-old girl at a birthday party. Going, Diane got more Coke than I did. I want more soda.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me? I know you guys hate him no matter what he does and shit, but this, even for me, I couldn't ignore this one. You have to be kidding. Let's go to Stromboli on line 4. Stromboli.
Nicky.
What's up, brother?
Good luck, brother. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
What's the matter? Trump got free ice cream, and that's what they're upset about?
No, he got 2 scoops as opposed to everybody else. He was sitting there with some correspondents from Time Magazine having dinner. They all got 1. So, that's a sign that he's Hitler. Obviously, Hitler used to get like 5 scoops, and...
what is it supposed to be, like Serpico? Go over and be like, no, I don't want any free food. Push it back?
I don't know. But they were actually having a conversation about it on fucking CNN. I mean, it really hilarious to me. So
I can't wait to next season. The Ranger home opener. He's sitting in the luxury box with Putin, and they're just slamming beers.
He should go out to dinner again with another New York Times or something, and everybody else gets like I don't know, a steak or whatever, and they bring a whole roast pig out to him just for him. Put it like a 2. And not say anything, and just pick up his fork and knife, stick his...
When the bill comes, he's like, Feach Lamano, we good here?
Yeah, there you go. Stick the napkin in your shirt like Jethro Bodine, and it's just unbelievable how much I hate this guy. I can't even... it's fun, though. So anyways...
That means he's doing his job.
That's right. Stromboli, thank you, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Bona fortuna, Nicholas.
Same to you, man. Guy hits me up on Twitter all the time. Funny as hell. I think he knows Quinn personally.
He dropped about...
I thought he knows him personally. Oh, you know that guy, Andy?
No, but I was just impressed. He dropped about 4 references from Everything We Love.
Yeah.
In about a 2-minute phone call.
Oh, he's funny as hell.
Feach Lamana, Serpico.
He sends me a picture of his kid who's like 3 years old. He's got the kid in one of those wife beaters already. Kid's like 3. He's in a wife beater with a gold. He's got a gold cross on, sitting in front of a thing of ziti with the most stereotypical Italian picture.
I was going to say, I expect nothing less from a man who calls himself Stromboli.
No, exactly. Exactly. But I mean, we've lost it, man. I don't care, and if you hate Trump, I mean, you got to admit it's getting fucking odd out there. I don't know what else I wanted to talk about. I got all kinds of Chuck Schumer, fucking jack off. Violence against Republicans and Trump supporters, new normal. This is in the Daily Caller. One of the most recent incidents, police in Tennessee charged a woman with felony reckless endangerment on Thursday for allegedly trying to run Republican Congressman David Kustoff off the road after a town hall. The woman, Wendy Wright, was reportedly enraged over Kustoff's support for the American Health Care Act and screamed at the congressman and his aide, striking his car windows and reaching inside the vehicle. Women are getting really ballsy. On the way here, I live way up in northern Westchester. Mm-hmm. I'm on the Taconic. I'm in the left lane. The speed limit's 50. Was that a 5 or a 10, Andy? I saw 2 5. This lady comes, I'm in the left lane. The speed limit's 50. I'm doing 65. She comes right up on my ass. I'm talking 2 inches behind my bumper. Is there anything more selfish than like a housewife with a giant Starbucks in her SUV trying to get to her nail fucking appointment? She's right on my ass, so I tap the brakes.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's good. We end up paralyzed. We made a point.
No, I did tap it, so they...
Yeah, fucking hit
Classic.
you, and again, you're shitting into a bag on your hip. You got a voice box going, I won that one. So I speed up. Now I speed up to 75, doing her a favor, right? She fucking blows by me. I already got my finger out. But this is a woman. I know I sound like a sexist pig right now. I might follow you. I'm pretty sure I can beat you if it gets physical. I'm not gonna. But I'm saying she's already got her finger. I'm doing 75. That's gonna, you know how many points that is in New York, and your fucking insurance goes through the roof. But this broad is, and then she gets back in the left lane, does the same thing. The next car, right up on its ass. She's probably gonna marry herself when she gets home. This selfish one. But But, yeah, a lot of violence going on again. So this lady tries to run this Republican congressman off the road because of his stance on American Health Care Act and screamed at the congressman's aide. I mean, just a fucking psychopath. But a lot of shit's going on. Same day in Tennessee. The same day that happened in Tennessee, police in North Dakota escorted an enraged man from another town hall after he became physical with Republican Rep. Kevin Kramer over his support for the GOP Obamacare replacement. The guy goes, will the rich benefit from it? If the health care is destroyed, do the rich get a tax break? Yes or no? The man shouted before shoving cash down the congressman's collar. There you go. Take it, he says. Actually physically touching him. So you people on the left have fucking lost your minds. Not to mention the shit that goes on at Berkeley. And, you know. Day before that, Huffington Post article showed an article that showed how to really turn up the heat on elected officials. It went viral. The author, Michelangelo Signorelli, called on protesters to harass Republicans at dinner when they were out shopping, even at home. Societal norms for the basic levels of decency one should afford political opponents, Signorelli argued, no longer apply to liberals. It's time to move beyond polite protests within specified boundaries. It's time to escalate the expression of our outrage and our anger in a massive way, he wrote. Starting today and from here on, no elected official, certainly those in the GOP defending and supporting Trump on a variety of issues, should be able to sit down for a nice, quiet lunch or dinner in Washington, D.C. eatery, or even in their own homes, he says. They should be hounded by protesters everywhere, especially in public, in restaurants, in shopping centers, in their districts, and yes, on the public property outside their homes, in apartments in Washington, and back in their home states. This article, Signorelli's article, had been shared more than 29,000 times.
He's got a show here.
Yeah, you can catch him on Progress.
Oh, good.
Signorelli, yeah.
Yeah. The fuck's he out of his mind? So you should hassle politicians at home that you don't agree with physically? And I'm worrying about the shit I'm saying? Here? Are you telling me we're almost done for the night?
That's it.
We got a minute left?
That's it.
Oh, my God. I felt like I cut a double box set. We've been here forever. Anyways, go to nickdip.com, look up my dates, okay, and hit me up on Twitter and stuff. And this is the type of shit that leads to Civil War, folks. You're not giving us any room. I don't care if he works here or not. Fucking, if you want to get physical, you know, this is why you have to carry a gun. I'm all for that, too. We'll get into that tomorrow. Hey, thank you guys for calling in. It was a fun first night. Had a great time.
Yep.
And we're going to do it, 5 nights a week?
Absolutely. Monday through Friday.
What am I forgetting?
6 to 8. Thank you to Mark Normand.
Mark Norman. Thank you. And to you guys. Andy, nice job.
Can't
Brendan?
wait, man. We'll be back here tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you tomorrow night.